Uh, Hello, Rajat sir. My name is Mohit Sharma. I am a coordinator of Hack the Mountains. So, on the behalf of the team Hack the Mountain, I welcome you to the as a speaker for our hackathon, where you are like telling us about the hack your way into the future, like how the hackers, how the participants will do the coding and how much the things are going on in the hackathon and all these things. Some of the tips from your experience you are going to share with the participants right now. So I am very thankful for to you for like accepting our invitation and come to this time and spare your time for our hackathon as well.
Thanks,
So
thanks.
thank you so much. So over to you.
Yeah, thanks for the great intro. Okay, hello guys. I know you all are busy with, and it's a very jam-packed schedule. I know I've been seeing the LinkedIn posts. We have got an amazing line of workshops, speakers, mentors, and all. And you guys are ready to start with your idea. But okay, this talk is going to be about how you should do your hackathons. What is a hackathon? Why is it so important? Why are companies investing their money organizing hackathons? um, why is it so important that the government is like, for the last 3-4 years the government has been interested in organizing hackathons like Smart India Hackathon. I was a part of one of the hackathons that was conducted by Rajasthan government. It was so grand that they even broke a Limca book record, and there were around 22,000 developers under the same roof. So that was a record in itself. So why is everyone getting into organizing and being a part of you know hackathons? And hackathons are getting cooler and cooler. Before I start all that, let me introduce myself. My name is Rajat Jain. I am currently a software developer at Microsoft. I am working on a really cool product called Microsoft Teams. And yeah, if you want to follow me, and I share my mostly dev thoughts, developer thoughts on Twitter at Rajat_codes. I know the name is cliched, but that's what I do on my daily in my daily life. I code. That's my daily job. So yeah, you can follow me on Rajat_codes, and if you want to see read some of the blogs that I've written, again tech blogs, you can follow me on rajatexplains.com. Yeah, okay, so as I was saying, why is there a buzz about hackathons? I remember like when I was in my second year, I heard for the first time I heard about hackathons. Till then, yeah, I knew that big companies like Facebook, Microsoft, Google, they organize hackathons. But in India, I don't think there were much popular hackathons. There were hackathons like I think there was Hack in the North, and there were certain hackathons, but not that popular. And even if the popular ones were very small in number. But as I entered my third year and then onwards for the last 4 or 5 years, there has been an increasing surge in the number of hackathons that are conducted in this country. I'll tell you what, why is it like this, firstly. Secondly, what you should do to get the full benefit of taking part in a hackathon. I have been a part of some of the biggest hackathons in this country. I have won only one, but I think winning a hackathon is not why you do a hackathon. In hackathon, there is no failure. Uh, Either a team wins or a team learns. That's it. You win or you learn. There is no failure associated with it. Mostly students come to me, or my fellow teammates or friends, whoever is taking part in hackathon. They come to me and they're like, uh, sir, I took part in a hackathon. I did well, but ultimately I was not able to finish my product. First thing. Second thing, I did finish my product, but I did not win. It got completed, but not at the scale or not at the level that I wanted it to be. Third, my idea was really nice. I finished it also, and I was to the point. Whatever I wanted, I did it. But I think my idea was not that innovative. There are a lot of viewpoints associated with the projects, hackathon projects. I'll cover all those. I'll share the stories. I'm a good storyteller, as people tell me. Yeah, I am. So I'll be telling stories about what happened with me in all these hackathons that I went to, that I became a part of, and some of the stories that I heard from my juniors, from my fellow teammates, batchmates. Okay, so what are hackathons? I know this is a very cliched definition, but again, let's read it right off the slide. An event where programmers, also known as hackers, they come together to work on a collaborative computer programming device, computer programming project, and devise strategies and solution to solve a, an already existing problem. Now, there is a very fine tuning that it requires. Now, what happens is most of the time, an idea comes to our head, and it has happened to me also. It happens with me also, right today also. But every time before I start for a hackathon, or before I start just pondering over an idea, the first thing that should come to your head, and that has started coming to me, is you should find a problem first and then think for a solution. What normally people do, and I did, was I have a solution in my head, or let's say I want to work with speech translator, AI. I want to work on those lines. Now I try to find a problem to fit my solution already that I have thought of, to a problem that may or may not be a problem that people want an address to. That's bad. I mean, you can do it. Obviously, you can do it. But the ideas that really succeed, that really catch a lot of attention and appreciate and are appreciated, are the ideas that actually fit a solution to an already existing problem, and people do not have a solution for that. Let me let me share it with you. Okay, I'll share a story later. Let me first go ahead. Why do you think people conduct hackathons, or people want to participate in a hackathon? Obviously, if you are having a hackathon in a company in Bangalore, especially Bangalore, the best part of the hackathon is pizza and beer. I have been a part of such a hackathon. It's really cool, I know, but that's not it, right? I know I'm setting bad examples for the students, but sorry in advance. But yeah, I mean, that's not it, right? There are a lot of other cool things about a hackathon. Apart from the product and ideas and everything, there are certain cool things also. For example, you get swags, you get goodies, you get badges, you get appreciation, you get to show you create a video of your product, right? You can upload it on YouTube. You can there are several lot of caveats associated with it, but it's not that. I mean, it's not that easy. There is a lot more. There is a lot more associated with hackathons. First thing, innovation. Again, let me share a story. This was the story that I was waiting for. So in my fourth year, I went to a hackathon. Okay, I wanted to do something with speech to text converter. Now, if let's say I'm pitching you an idea, you guys are the judges. I pitch you an idea. Okay, I have an app. I have a software that convert whatever speech you give it to, you give it, it'll convert it into a text in real time. So whatever I'm telling you, it'll just convert my voice real time into text. Is it new? Is it something innovative? No, guys. YouTube is doing it, and a lot of other platforms are doing it. I'm telling something, the captions are coming, right? That's basically what I was trying to build. Is it innovative? No, it's not at all. So this was the basic idea. Again, see, the problem is I did not have a problem. Actually, I did not have a problem. I wanted to work on something. I constructed a solution in my mind, and I went with it, finding a problem to fit into my solution, the other way around. But again, I was new, so yeah, I started doing it. Then we kept on digging deep, thinking about it. The next thing that came to our mind is, okay, let's do one thing. There is a meeting going on, and whatever I'm saying or whatever. So let's say there are 5 people: Rajat, Mohit, Kirtan, Dhruv. There are 4 people, right? And we all are speaking in a meeting. So what my tool does is it creates a transcript of whatever we are talking or whatever we are saying, but with the name of the person associated with also. For example, I'm saying something, so my transcript will say Rajat colon and whatever I'm talking about, and then let's say Mohit chimes in, and Mohit says something. So my text will stop there, and then Mohit's name will come colon, and then Mohit says what is seen. Now that was a cool idea, but again, there was a product that was doing it. Microsoft Teams does it. The product that I'm working on in Microsoft, that does it. So that again, that was not innovative. We didn't know about any product before we thought of an idea. We didn't know any product that is doing it. But when we dig deep, we thought, okay, yeah, I mean, there are products that are doing it. It's not innovative. Again, what to do next? Okay, we dig deep. We dig deep. Let's do one thing. Let's create minutes for the meeting. We all know, right, what minutes are. Let's say there's a 1 hour meeting. Minutes is a minute is a documentation which summarizes the entire meeting in like 1 page. A 1 hour meeting in 1 page. What was the agenda? What was discussed and everything. We thought of creating an AI bot which will listen to a 1 hour meeting and then any long meeting, and it will generate a minutes for the meeting. It generates minutes for the meeting. That was really cool. We thought of it and I was like, yeah, and no one was doing that at that point in time. And like, this is really cool. But just thinking of something, it will not give you the technique of solving that problem, right? So we thought of a problem. Yeah, people who are in a meeting, they always assign some person to write notes and everything and then publish the minutes of the meeting after the meeting ends. We will be helping that particular person to save his work, and then all the work for generating the minutes will be done by our tool. So that, yeah, that was the problem. There was a solution. Will we be able to do it? That was the biggest thing. So we spent an entire day looking for ways how we'll be able to do it. Okay, we all of us, like we were 4 of us, we were not good at AI. So what we thought is, okay, we'll research and we'll figure out what to do. We couldn't. It happens, right? It happens. We couldn't figure out how to do it, how to summarize a 1 hour long textual conversation transcript into a 1 page transcript. We couldn't. Now there are tools, but at that point we couldn't find any tool for that. We had to pivot. We had to think of some other idea. But yeah, I was the team leader, and I was very convinced that we should do something in speech to text translation. That's the base thing. That's the base idea. Ultimately, and because we are engineers, and 2 of my teammates were also part of some drama society, and they were doing theater and all. So we came up with a cool idea. And whenever that word cool comes into an engineer's mind, we all, of us as an engineer, we think that cool word is really, it resonates with us. Meeting kar rahe hain. Meeting is such a boring word, right? Meeting. I have been hearing this for the last 2 years, 2.5 years. I'm bored of meetings. Meetings are boring. Here's an idea that's really cool. What's the cool idea? What if we create a drama AI bot? I don't remember what was this exactly called. I have put it in one of the later slides. But yeah, let's do this. I am an actor. I have to rehearse my scene. Let's say it's a two. Let's say it's a two-person scene. I have to enact a scene, but I don't have anyone to enact the scene with. I am sitting at my home. I'm all alone, and I want someone. I want a person to say the lines with me, rehearse the lines with me, and so that I can tell. We created a bot that if you feed the script to him, to it, what it'll do is it'll speak those lines in a way how a person speaks. It'll give that flavor to it. Firstly, secondly, in all the punctuation marks, it'll handle all those punctuation marks right, like right, like a normal human does. The third thing that we added was, let's say, so in a drama script there is something called, so hey, why the hell are you here? And then in the bracket it's written angrily. That's normally a drama script looks like, right? So when the bot used to see that angrily, it used to parse it first, and then it used to see that angrily, and it used to speak that sentence in that voice, in that angry voice. So we gave it a whole human touch, and here it was. It was such a cool project. It was not just for drama. You can use it for anything. There was nothing in the market that was existing. That was innovation. We didn't win the competition, but we were praised a lot. I mean, people liked it really well. But yeah, we didn't win. But ultimately, we learned something, right? We learned innovation, the importance of innovation. We learned the importance of teamwork. We learned the importance of how. Why didn't we win? We didn't win because, and the judges told us that there is no need of this product in the market. There's no immediate need. It's cool, but it's not required as such. I mean, it's required by a very few set of people, but it's cool. It's cool, but it's not that appealing. So the second thing that hackathon teaches us is collaborative skills. Now, for collaborative skills, let me give you a small example incident that happened. So, in one of my hackathons, just before the night of presentation, like it's the morning of the day, and at night there's a presentation that is going to happen. It was a 36 hours long hackathon, and that morning our backend developer, he says that hey Rajat, we cannot do it in so we were using Flask as the backend framework, and he told me that hey Rajat, we cannot do it using Flask. There is so and so a problem with it. We have to use some other framework. I'm like, dude, this is the morning time. In the evening we have to, we have to submit our code and everything, and at night there's a presentation that's going to happen. How will we be able to do all this in the span of time? That's where your teamwork counts. That's where your collaborative skills counts. All of us, even if we didn't know that much back-end development, all of us, we joined hands together and we finished that product. Just 10 minutes before the time we had to submit the product. And at that point of time, and we didn't eat food. We didn't eat food that day at all. We finished the product. That's what counted at that point of time. Not just there, collaborative skills are required in every walk of your life. Hackathons give you an avenue to charge your collaborative skills, to use and to empower your collaborative skills through a medium, through a platform. Hackathons are that medium. You are a group of 4 or 5 people. Things can go wrong, right? I'll be telling you what must to do points in hackathon, and then I'll be telling you how you should collaborate in a hackathon. But you guys get an idea, right? Without, if you have been to a hackathon even once, you know this at least, that you cannot complete a hackathon just by being there alone. You can obviously, if you are a good coder, if you know everything, obviously you can finish the entire product all by yourself in 36 hours. You can very well, but that's not the spirit of hackathon. You did it right, but you didn't learn any collaborative skills, and collaborative skills are really important in every walk of your life. I understand the importance of it while being in Microsoft, while being in a company, in a corporate setup. I really understand how important are collaborative skills. Moving further, problem solving. I told you, right? If we hadn't looked upon that minutes, we had an idea of that minutes creator, right? Minutes generator. If we didn't have we didn't spend that one day um, just pondering upon the solution, and then just digging deep down and trying to find a solution, trying a way to just power that solution. We couldn't have, we just, the other solution, or the other path would be, we just start with whatever comes to our head, and then after a day of coding and everything, we are stuck at a point and we're like, nahi bhai, nahi ho raha, it's not happening. But did we do that? No. We planned. We planned everything. We gave it a day, and then we came to a conclusion that yeah, we will not be doing it because it's not. It cannot be done in 36 hours, and it's not under our LA. So that is why that's where planning counts. Problem solving, obviously, you have a problem and you are giving a solution to it. Hackathon is all about that. Now, how well your solution, you have strategized your solution, how well you have crafted it and put it inside your head and to the judges, it's really important. So problem solving, hackathons teach you problem solving, and problem solving is really important for if you're sitting for interviews, if you're sitting if you are in a corporate setup and you are a developer, let's say, even if you're not a developer, but if you're a developer and you are given a feature to implement, and that's a feature that no one else has implemented, and it's a complete new feature, you have to think out of the box. You have to think, or you have to google it out, or think for ways that other industry people are doing it, and then you have to solve that problem. So I've seen some of my batchmates, or some of juniors also. So I am a mentor at Code Asylums. I teach people data structures and algorithms, as well as I teach them JavaScript, sometimes React also. And I've seen students giving up easily. I've seen them struggling with a problem, struggling with a bug, and after half an hour or 1 hour struggle, they just leave it. कि भैया आप ही बता दो. I never appreciate that. And I should never appreciate that. Why should I appreciate that? No one should that. If you are not good at problem solving, and I'm not telling, no one is good at problem solving right at the time of the, right from the time of their birth, right from their born. No, you have to be good at it. If you are not right now, spend a day on a problem, give a complete day on it. When I was in college, I am not kidding, I have given 3 to 4 days on just one problem, one dynamic programming problem. And when I tell this to people, they're like, "You are crazy." I'm like, "No, I was not crazy. Just because I gave 3 to 4 days on one single problem. So many concepts got cleared. I could not. I did not start fearing from dynamic programming questions after that, just by giving those 4 days. So you will be spending time. Obviously, nothing comes, overnight. There's no shortcut to success. But once you do that, once you serve your jail time, everything will be easy. So that's what hackathons teach you. Hiring opportunities. You must have seen that there are platforms like Deffolio, there are platforms like Hacker Earth, where you can see that companies keep on posting their hackathon links. And some companies organizing some hackathon. Microsoft is organizing a hackathon. Amazon is organizing a hackathon, for example, Alexa hackathon or something like that. Why are companies organizing hackathons? So most of the time, through these hackathons, they recruit. Now you tell me it, and it's really obvious also. Let me ask you a question. You have two candidates. One is someone that you have to interview. You have to ask him DSL questions. You have to ask him what he has done, what programming knowledge he has, what development knowledge he has, what apps has he built. Maybe he's able to show it. Maybe he has hosted it or something like that. It's a 45 minutes interview, and then there's a second round of 45 minutes interview, and that. So let's say 2 hours. 2 hours you have 2 hours to judge a person, and then after judging, you give him the job. He can fake it, right? In those 2 hours, he can easily fake it if he is really good. He's good, but if he wants to portray himself really good, he can easily do that in those 2 hours. If you guys want to learn that also, you can ping me or contact me. I can tell that hack also. That's bad, but yeah, I mean, you can do that. But here's another path that you as a recruiter are giving to students out there, and you are seeing them real time that yeah, these group of three students, they have created this marvelous project or product in a 36 hours period of time. You obviously will hire them, right? Just by having a minor interview, like if they are a good fit for your company. But apart from that, you don't have to judge their programming skills or their DSL skills. Why do you, right? You know, at first hand experience you have of those guys, that, yeah, they are really good. They solved a problem, right? So obviously, hackathons, and just by giving some goodies and organizing a hackathon, bringing people in, it's good for PR. PR for your company, as well as you get really good developers and individuals whom you can recruit easily, whom you have seen that at first hand that yeah, these are really good. That's why companies organize hackathons. And ultimately, product understanding. Why product understanding? See, you have a product. Why was our product idea of drama AI did not work? Why didn't it work? It did not work because we had no understanding of the product. We didn't know if this is a problem. We just created something cool that we thought was cool, and it was cool, but it did not serve a solution to a good, to a prevalent problem. It did not. So we didn't have product understanding. By going on hackathons, by doing hackathons, participating in lots and lots of hackathons, you develop a sense of product understanding. You develop a sense of what user wants, and that's what will help you in your corporate life. That's what will help you. Even if you are working for a company, even if you have your own startup, you'll be selling something, right? Everyone sells something. Right now I'm telling you all this, I'm selling myself, right? Here, see, uh, I'm telling you that you can follow me here, you can follow me there, you can ask me questions, and I'm presenting myself. I want to support the entire cause of hackathons. Obviously, that's why I'm doing it. But at the same time, I'm selling myself, right? Every moment, whenever we are doing something, we are selling ourselves. um, Even if you are a startup founder, working, or one of the founding members of a startup, you have to be very good at selling. You have to be very good at understanding what user wants. Hackathons give you that avenue. Hackathons give you that platform that you can learn very easily. Hackathons are free, right? You can enter, you can just create a product. Or sometimes it happens like you have a startup idea in your head and you want to try it out. You want to just spend some 30 ऐसे तो like in a normal day you will not be able to sit, right? But if there's a hackathon, you have to sit for 36 hours and finish a product. And if you finish it and you present it to the judges, and the judges really appreciate it, that's a validation. That's a first hand validation for your product, for your idea. And you can just build on it. If the judges say that yeah, it's shit, your idea is shit, you can mold it, you can change it, everything. You can get a first hand validation from one of the judges are normally leading industry experts. You can get that, right? So hackathons can be a best place to do that. Now, moving on to, I've been speaking a lot. Let me give a 10 seconds pause. Okay. I know you guys are more tired than me, but yeah, it's a weekend. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, hackathon must to have points. So these are certain points that I have uh, jotted down as one of as my learning experiences, as a part of my learning experiences that I have had, say, taking part in a good number of hackathons that I believe. First is, how do you go for a hackathon? First is, form an idea and do some preliminary research. Already gave you an example. I don't have to explain it. But after you have an idea, you do a preliminary research on it. You have a problem, obviously. For that problem, you have a solution, an idea. Do some preliminary research. If that idea already exists in the market, if it is, and if you really want to go with that idea only, give your extra flair to it. Give Add that extra X factor to it. What else extra you can add and you can bring onto the table? See, it's very common, right? For example, um, Zoom is an app which is helping people do conduct meetings. Same Google Meet is doing. Same is being done by Microsoft Teams ka meetings ka section. Same is done by Blue Jeans, and there are so many platforms. And you can ask me, right, Rajat, why are all of these people doing the same thing? And I'd say they are not doing the same thing. Each one of them have a different architecture, have a different tech stack. Firstly, secondly, each one of them have a different approach to that problem. In Microsoft Teams, you can have minutes of the meeting. You can have the transcript that I was saying. You can have that also. You can have emotions, clapping, and everything. Clapping sound and everything you can have. You cannot have that in Zoom, but in Zoom you can have uh, other things. You can have a back. I mean, yeah, in Microsoft Teams also you can have a background, but in Zoom, this was the first thing that came to Zoom, you can have a background, virtual background. So every product has a different approach, has a different flair that they add to the solution. The problem is conducting meetings. The solutions are these many in the market, but every solution is different. That's why do some preliminary research. Whatever you are thinking, if it's already there, you don't have to make it again. But if you are thinking something and you're adding, let's say there is Google out there, but you want to create a search engine that's better than Google, or that adds that extra functionality to what Google does, do that, right? That's how companies emerge. Second is divide responsibilities amongst your team members and keep a check on progress. This is really important. So for our team, I was the UI guy, there was a backend guy, there was an ML guy, and there was a guy who was really good at video editing and presentations, and he was an okay developer. So we were four. At every place we were four of us, and this was a combination. I was really good at UI, and I'll be doing all that. I am a full stack, so yeah, I was good at backend also, but I prefer doing UI. And then we all would set benchmarks. Okay, so it's 10 a.m. in the morning. We'll be doing straight coding for 12 till 12, and after 2 hours we'll meet and we'll see that okay, these are the checkpoints that we decided for these 2 hours to finish, and yeah, have we achieved all that or not? If not, you have to make the other sprint a little bit faster. Properly divide responsibilities amongst your team members, and keep a check on progress. That's the key thing to do. If you are a team leader like I was, you have to make sure that you finish in time, right? That's the main thing. There's no point in time dwelling upon an issue. So okay, so mostly there are mentors in hackathon, right? So in hackathon there is the thing that I told you, right? I was stuck on a problem for 3 days. You cannot do that in hackathons, right? You can do that in real life, but in hackathons you have to come a little bit pre-prepared. If you are stuck on an issue, if you're stuck on a bug or stuck on something, spend half an hour of 20, 25, half an hour minute, half an hour, and just contact the mentors and tell them to unblock you. That's the very important point, because otherwise you'll be just spending your entire day uh, having your developer ego eat you. What I did in my first hackathon, this is what I did in my first hackathon. I had a problem and I did not, I know that that guy is a mentor, and I know I mean, he's a good guy, but my developer ego was coming in front of me, and I was like, I think I should do it myself. Why? I should not go to that guy to ask for help. I'm a good developer. I can figure it out myself. And it took me an entire almost like 4 or 5 hours till the time I figured it out myself, and that was a good thing. I mean, that made me really happy. But we went very, I mean, we lagged behind on our project. So do not sabotage your project or your product based on your ego. right? There's no point in dwelling upon the issue. Just talk to the mentors. Bad habit of trying to stick to the game plan. Be agile. So you have a game plan, right? I've started at 10 a.m. in the morning, and I will finish, let's say, the complete UI part till 6 p.m. in the evening. It's 6:30, and you are not yet completed. But you're like, no, 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 I have to stick to the plan. This is the path that I was following. I'll follow this only because nahi. Right at the beginning, we fixed something. We created a plan, and we have to follow the plan. See, treat hackathons like your life. Do you have everything planned for your life? Even if you have, welcome to the reality. It will not be like that. Even if you have planned everything. I planned so many things in my life that I'll do this. Eventually, life takes its own turns, right? It's you do not know what's there in the destiny box for you. So do not you have to be agile. Every new situation that life poses you. I know I'm being philosophical, but yeah, follow me on Twitter. I post philosophical thoughts also. But yeah, anyways, apart from the joke, like life, you will be posed different situations, different bugs that come in your life also. And if while solving those bugs, you can feel like the plan is not working. Do not again let your ego come and like, nahi, nahi, we have created a plan and we'll follow that. No, do not do like that. Be agile. Be very much adjusting to circumstances and creating new plans. This is how you really get benefits out of hackathon. If there's a way out, easy way out, go for it. Let's say speech to text API, right? I have gotten speech to text API, Microsoft Cognitive API. There is a good natural language processing, and it's an NLP supported API. It's a really good API. It's already there for speech to text transformation. But what I did was, like, how can you do that? I'll just do everything all by myself. I'll train a model and I'll do that. There's no point, right? There is some good set of developers. They have done something. If that's a small part, if that thing still plays a small part or it's a big part in your project, please integrate that, right? You'll save a lot of time and you can spend that time in thinking about other things to add to your project. Do not let this thought come in your head that this is not the way developers work and I have to make everything from scratch and everything. No, that's not the way hackathons work, right? If someone else has done a great job in building some tool, use it, right? Use the API. That's the obvious thing to do in hackathons. Break down problems into chunks, cornering down the potential edge cases. This is how you so yeah, I did not think it that way, but as I'm proceeding in my slides, and right now my brain is churning, and I'm like, okay, this is how life works, right? In your life also, hackathons teach you about life. That's a new line, by the way. Hashtag hackathons for life. So break down problems into chunks. If you have a big problem, break down into chunks. So break down into UI, backend, ML, video editing and presentation. Now in the UI also, break down into chunks. The login sign up page UI, the UI for the dashboard, the UI for product page. Okay. Now in the authentication part also, sign up, login. Do you want separate pages? Do you want single pages? Okay. You think of something and then okay, this is my first problem. I have to create a login page and then I have to create a sign up page. The sign up page will look completely different on the login page. Let's say so you have separate problems. You broke it down into different chunks. And so I don't know if it is for general, but it helps me a lot if I create smaller milestones for me and I keep checking them out. So the first milestone was create a login page. I created a login page. I ticked it. That's good, right? And I just removed that sticky note and moving on to my second. So it really motivates me to work harder, to work, to push myself harder. That's why I create smaller milestones in life also. You never should have a plan. Yeah, in the back of your head, in the back of my head, let's say I have a plan that I'll have a good life, I'll have a big bungalow, I'll have a big car, I'll have people reaching out to me and offering me jobs, and I'll be rejecting them. And yeah, every developer's fantasy, right? Every guy's fantasy. But what is my right now? If you ask me what's your plan, I'll have a plan. I have a plan for the next 1 month or for the next 2 months. That's how you do in hackathons also. You create small milestones, you achieve it, and if you're not able to achieve it, then you change your plan, or you change your course, or you change slight things such that it adjusts your pace. One thing that I want to add here is, if let's say I am the UI developer and I am falling short of my timelines, and rest all the rest rest all the team is fine, they should help me out. I mean, there should be a collaborative effort. If some guy is lagging behind, we all should give our workforce or our help to him, like, hey, we'll help you, let's build this together. Do not start with the product like हम ये भी करेंगे, हम ये भी करेंगे, we'll do this, we'll do that, we'll add this, we'll add this feature also, this feature. No, you create with you start with an MVP. MVP is minimal viable product. You create a minimal viable product. This is what we'll build. If you find time now, if you have done that, if you have time, again plan, ये feature भी डाल देते हैं, let's add this feature also, then you build upon that. But always first create an MVP. This is the minimal viable product that we want. These are the minimum set of requirements and features that we want in our product. That's how you start. Speed is crucial. If you won't finish it in the hackathon, you won't finish it. Speed is really crucial in hackathons. If you think, and I always say that, right, during if I'm judging a hackathon, or if I'm mentoring a hackathon or speaking about it, I always say that people who are not able to finish it, I tell them like, this was a really good idea, and do follow it. Even after the hackathon, please try to complete it. I say this, but I know if I say this to 100 teams, only 4 or 5 teams, they are able to do it. The rest 95, 96 teams, they just leave it. Because in those 36 hours of charged adrenaline rush inside your body, whatever you are able to finish, you'll finish it. After that, you don't have any motivation. If you have a motivation like this is your startup idea, then obviously you'll be doing it. But other than that, you'll not be. I mean, don't kid yourself. You'll not be doing it. It's the normal human psychology. So if you're trying, if you have to maintain a good speed to finish it inside while being in the hackathon. You cannot do it. Am I sharing? Mohit? Mohit, can you see my screen?
Hello.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, like how many slides have you like?
Two, I guess.
Okay, actually we have a next session at the 4:30. That's why I'm asking.
Yeah. It'll take 2-3 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's okay.
The next thing is pick a boilerplate beforehand. Let's say again, I will talking about let's say UI. I am the UI guy, and I wanted to build the product, build the project in React. I need to have a boilerplate with me. What is the boilerplate? Boilerplate is a standard set of code that's always with me. Whatever project I start, I use that code. Always have that. Do not create a boilerplate, or do not start everything from scratch while being in the hackathon. That'll, this thing will help you, help you in the speed. Building a team into is important for a leader. I often hear these cases like there are cases wherein a guy comes to me and like, Bhaiya, I'm doing everything. See that guy in my team, he's not doing anything. Tell your leader, your team leader, he'll patch everything in line. He has to, right? If the other guy is not doing anything, it's not his fault. I mean, it's his fault, obviously, but partially it's the fault of the team leader also, that he's not able to channelize that same sense of enthusiasm in all the team members. So he has to do that. Demo of the idea steals the show. Whatever cool product you make, however great product you make, if your demo is shitty, you'll not win. I know I told that it's not about winning, but obviously if you win, it'll feel good, right? So create a good demo, great demo. You know, sends chills down the spines of the the judges. Create a great demo. Some of the ideas that we had was speech guru. This was something that we had 3 months before in a hackathon inside Microsoft, wherein we like I'm telling you something, and even if and it was a bot that will tell you that if your speech is going good, if you're not using cuss words, if you're not using good, if you're using bad grammar, if you are moving your head right, here and there, stuff like that. There's Fecalicious, Nomady. I'll share all these as we are falling short of time. I'll share all these information I'll share the PPT with the organizers and they'll post it. With this hackathon, make your ideas come alive. Thank you. Um, I cannot say you have been a patience audience with good patience, because obviously you all are mute. You can't say anything. Only I am able to say. But yeah, I mean it's been really awesome. Hack the Mountain. It's a great opportunity for you all, and I hope I hope there are more and more versions to it, and I hope to be a part of Hack the Mountain 2021. That's it. All the best. Thank you. Mohit, I'm done. Is anyone there? I think.
Hello.
Yeah. Hey, Mohit. Hi.
Yeah, have you completed? Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope you all
Okay.
liked.
People are saying it's an awesome session.
Thank you, guys.
Wow, that's great. Guys, if you want, you can open your camera so that we can take a one pic here,
Oh, that'd be
so
nice.
that Rajat can also post it on the LinkedIn that today we have like done this awesome workshop in the Hack the Mountain. Dhruv, Kritika,
I'd
Salim,
love to
Anmol,
do that.
Sujail, Salim, all of you, I am requesting you to not to leave the chat section right now, but for to open your cam if possible, please. That will not look good if I will post like this. Can you mute open your cameras, please?
Guys, it's completely. I mean, I know Mohit is asking you to do that, but it's completely
Yeah,
your
it's their
your
choice. I'm
yeah.
only testing.
Because I've seen people running on low 3G, low bandwidth, internet bandwidth. So it's completely up to you.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
people are us. Actually, we are from
Okay.
Jain, na? Those people are us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, Rajat, I am taking a one screenshot. You can smile so that the faces looks awesome as well in the pic.
Okay.
Okay, great. Done. Thank you so much, Rajat, for the awesome session, and looking forward to for the judging tomorrow at 7 p.m. So